Hey there guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna Sophia for those of you that are new here. And if you are new, please consider subscribing because I post home decor DIY content every single week. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how I made these 3 home decor items inspired by Pinterest. For the first DIY, we are going to be making this magazine wall hanging. I actually have to give credit to my nephew Blaine. He picked up this bamboo stick for me, and I thought it would be the perfect thing to hang these magazine clippings from. And then I just picked up these wooden clothespins from the Dollar Tree. You get a pretty decent pack for $1, and I'm just going to stain them using a special walnut stain by Varathane, just to give it a more complete look. And to apply that stain to the wooden clothespins, I'm just using a foam brush. It just helps to get in all of those hard to reach places. Now, I chose a stain that was similar to the color of the bamboo, but you can obviously paint these or spray paint them or whatever is your aesthetic. I just simply repeated that process until I did 9 clothespins total, but I ended up only needing 7. And while those clothespins are drying, I'm just going to flip through some magazines that I have lying around and just kind of pick pictures that I like. Like, you can pick whatever you want. I just really wanted this to be kind of like serene and peaceful and relaxing to look at. In order to cut your lines nice and straight, you just want to take a piece of cardboard. This was the back of a picture frame, so I knew it was straight, and take a box cutter or an X-Acto knife and just cut right alongside that. If you use scissors, it's more likely that you're going to have some jagged edges, so I would use something that is like a straight shot. We're just gonna repeat this process. I ended up probably clipping maybe 12 pictures, but I only ended up using 7 of them just because I felt like the inspo picture, I loved it, that's why I pinned it, but it was just a little busy for my taste. I think I have more minimal style, so I wanted to have enough pictures to choose from and then kind of pick the ones that I thought looked the best together. I needed something to hang the bamboo from because I didn't want to put 2 holes in my wall. I just wanted to put 1. So I'm actually just going to tie this twine around the ends on either side of the bamboo. And just make sure when you're tying the knot, you're tying it at the same like symmetrical place on the bamboo. So then that way it's not all wonky and it hangs nice and straight. And then to attach the clothespins to the actual bamboo stick, I'm just doing so using good old thread. I'm going to do a lark's head knot, which is pretty much just bending and folding the string that you have cut in half, pulling those 2 sides through, and then pulling it nice and tight up around the bamboo stick. And after doing that, I'm just going to tie a knot, just a good old-fashioned knot, nothing fancy, just so my clothespin has something to rest on and it's not just gonna fall right through. So you wanna make it secure, but it doesn't have to be anything crazy. And then I just repeated that process 6 more times, with the only thing that I changed is where I would tie the knot at a different height because I wanted it to be a little bit more interesting and not all at the same length. After you attach your clothespins to the thread and you repeat that process until all of them are done, you're just gonna pop those pictures on there and you can hang it up on your wall. And this is how the magazine bamboo wall hanging turned out. For the second DIY, we are going to be making a driftwood white pebble tray. The inspiration that I found for this on Pinterest is actually a humidity tray, but I'm not going to be using it as that. I want to place this on my dining room table and give it a nice centerpiece for summer. So for the base of the tray, I'm actually just going to be using this old wooden picture frame, and I'm going to be taking out the picture, just flipping it on its back so it's just white on the bottom, and then cleaning off the glass and then popping all of that right back in. So what you'll see is the white facing out. And now that I flipped that over, I wanted to use Mod Podge, and I will tell you why. You can absolutely choose to hot glue every single pebble on here if you have the time and patience, but Mod Podge does a really good job of creating this really strong adhesive. You just have to let it dry longer. So I would say this is a better option if you're doing a larger surface. You could also do E6000, but I'm not sure if it would dry quite as clear as Mod Podge does. And after giving a very generous amount of Mod Podge to the glass frame, I'm just going to start adding the pebbles to the actual Mod Podge. And I just got this bag of pebbles from the Dollar Tree. You get a pretty decent amount. I still had plenty left over after this project was done. And I'm just applying all of the pebbles to the surface of this frame. And I just did so in sections, and as you can see, this just works so much faster than if I was going to individually glue every single rock down. After it's all filled in, I'm just testing it out with a candle to make sure that it's nice and flat and something would stand upright. And now I'm just applying some hairspray to make that seal extra strong. I really was not a fan of the finish of this wooden frame, and I was going to be using small pieces of driftwood as the little handles on the sides, so I wanted that to kind of all match and not be clashing. And as you can see, I'm sanding it, and the rocks really aren't moving, so the Mod Podge really does work, you guys. So I would definitely recommend using that and save yourself a lot of time. Also, I wanted to mention, this is like totally something you could paint if you wanted to, but I liked the kind of like rawness and roughness because the driftwood that I'm gluing on right now is kind of a similar color, so I feel like it just made it look like it was all one piece versus being an old picture frame. And this is how our driftwood white pebble tray turned out. For the last DIY, we are going to be making this wooden rock towel holder. The inspiration that I found from this on Pinterest was so cool because it had the rock drilled right into the wood, but I don't have a drill bit for that, so I'm gonna make do with this Dollar Tree towel holder. Along with that, I have some scrap wood and some rocks that me and my son picked up by a creek nearby. I always start with thinking what is going to take the most time, even if it's inadvertently. So I knew I wanted to spray paint this. So before I did anything, I just wanted to bend these pieces back so the rock would have something more flat to be glued onto. And just however deep you're pressing those in, press them in that same depth so they're all nice and even. I pressed them in before the spray paint because I didn't want to start scratching off the spray paint by doing that process, so I just gave that a dark charcoal spray paint, and while that's drying, I'm going to stain this scrap piece of wood using that same stain that we used for the clothespins. It's that Special Walnut by Varathane. I use it in every single video. It is my favorite stain. And this is an example of just how using a paper towel in this circumstance works better than a foam brush. I just gave it one coat and it was done. And now for the actual gluing part. I ended up using two different forms of adhesive. I used my hot glue gun and E6000. I'm first going to start off by gluing the scrap wood to that metal bracket part because I feel like that part is what cheapens it. I feel like the wood just made it look like this was really much more expensive than $1. So first I'm gonna go in with my E6000 and then I'm going to go in with my hot glue gun. The reason I'm using both is because hot glue has the benefit of speed, but E6000 has the benefit of longevity. So I would say definitely do that combo if you want something to last, but also be manageable. Hot glue dries probably what, in like 2 minutes, but E6000 takes up to 72 hours to cure. So that's why I really wanted something, especially with rocks, that was gonna be heavy duty. One tip is you wanna tie a rubber band around each rock and then add your glue after, because it would be kind of hard to tie the rubber band after the fact and it's not gonna immediately stick to that metal like you want it to. And I'm just gonna repeat that process for all of the 6 rocks. And I did choose rocks that were of similar size. And if there was a point or a peak to them, I had that peak point upwards. So then that way the towel would have something sturdy to hang on. And I'm just adding that E6000 first like we did before, and then some hot glue to each rock, and then securing it with a rock underneath it just to make sure it doesn't slide down and it stays nice and secure. And then the toughest part for me is waiting for the glue to dry, because I am the least patient person probably on this planet. But it will eventually dry, and when it does, you just cut those little rubber bands off of each rock, and it's time to hang it on the back of a door. I love this as a very renter-friendly option because you're not putting any holes in your wall, and you have something decorative to hang your towels or your beach towels up. And that is it for this week's video, you guys. If you liked it, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button because I post home decor and DIY content every single week, and I hope I see you guys next Sunday. Bye!